Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to this live stream where we have Pranav versus Praggnanandhaa. The match has begun. It is 5 plus 3 that has started, and this is right now the opening. Pranav with the white pieces goes e4. Now, Pranav did not so well in the rapid section. Praggnanandhaa won two and half and 2-0. But now blitz is something that Pranav is really good at, and he's a very dangerous player. So let's see how he goes. He goes queen a4. Wow, that's a move that I haven't seen much. Castles d4, cd d6, and plays bishop c6, bc6, queen c6, bishop to g4 by Praggnanandhaa. He's a pawn down. He's attacking here, and also knight d2 played, queen c8. Wow. Prag exchanging queens in spite of being a pawn down, saying that I will have Benko like compensation in the position. A very warm welcome to the chat. How are you guys doing? I hope everything's well and that you can hear me well as well. Too many wells. Okay, and Pranav says I'm not trading the queens. That's a very bold decision by Pranav, but I think it's a mistake because now he can take here. And now if you take here, then I can take on e4 and I already won the pawn. And if you take with the pawn, then already queen comes in here, and oh my goodness, what a big attack we have on the king. So let's see how he responds now. I think that's a bad move by Pranav to go queen a4, and Prag instantly takes it. And Pranav takes with the knight. Rook e1 now. Oh, that was his plan. He wants to attack here. But can we not go d5 here? Just cementing the knight on this strong square. It is possible. But maybe even a better move is queen b7, defending your knight. Also queen to f5 would be very powerful. Queen b7 played by Prag. He defends his knight, defends e7 as well. Yes, Kurian Binoy says Arjun sponsorships. Big news coming today that Arjun Erigaisi is now having a full-time sponsor. And guys, we will talk about it after the game. Okay, Queen b7, h3 played. What is the idea of h3? Maybe it's just a waiting move, huh? Now rook c8 looks good. Put the rook on the open file. This rook will come on this file. You know, it's natural. When there are two open files like this, you use both your rooks on those open files. Who won day 2? Abdullah Chabdaya. The day 2 was won by Praggnanandhaa 2-0. And right now he looks in control. Queen d1 played by Pranav. He's getting his pieces back in order. Maybe queen e2 to defend this pawn and then get his bishop out. That might be his plan. Can Prag? I think most likely Prag will go rook a b8. That seems like a logical way to continue. Other possibilities include a5. Look at this. a5, queen e2. Now let's say you go d5, b3, or let's say I get my bishop out to f4, a4. And already you can feel that these two pawns are getting cramped by that one pawn. Rook c7 played by Prag. Nikhil Naik says, explain the format of this cup. So Nikhil, the thing is that Prag has already won 2 days of rapid, but today is 8 games of blitz. And let's see how that goes. The first one to reach 4.5 should be able to win. And Pranav is very good at blitz. If I'm not mistaken, it will be he is something like rated 3000 on chess.com. Bishop f4 played. Okay, are you not giving this pawn? Actually, you are not, because e4 is hanging. Okay, rook c1 played. Nice move there. Trying to exchange one of the bishops. Yeah, Pranav is like 3000 plus, says Chess Star. Ila Verma says e5, but Ila Verma, I'll just take, and win this pawn. Maybe not the best. Takes, and Prag goes knight f6. If Prag gets e6 d5, he would be happy with that structural, strength, because then none of his pawns are weak. But it's not so simple. Let's see how Pranav continues. Right now, the material is equal. White's pawn on d4 is slightly weak. Black structure is strong. He goes back. Queen a4. He's looking at the a7 pawn also in this diagonal. Knight to d5 by Prag. Defending e7, putting his knight on a nice outpost. Ooh, that was a nice move. No one can actually touch that knight. It's on a good square. b3 played by Pranav. He's like, okay, I don't care if this is weak now. My plan is to develop my bishop to e3, defending my d4 pawn. And you can see there Pranav wearing the JBL headphones. h6, bishop d2. Now it seems like white has equalized. Also on time, both are even. You don't want to go in here because of check. Maybe king h7 as a prophylaxis against queen e8 move could be an idea. Guys, all the book suggestions and all will happen later. Let's focus on this game and let's see what will happen. King h7 by Prag. He says now I don't have to worry about these checks anymore. But now Pranav can play rook c1 and he can trade the rooks. He goes h4. Wow. He's trying to soften up the king side. If you go g5, he may want to sack there. Abdullah Afridi, a book for you is Chess Course by Praful Zaveri. Very good book. And if you are very young, then Chess Pine Chess Adventure Park. Very nice book. Chess Star says bishop f6, but he goes e6. Now this does weaken the d6 pawn a bit, but it's not so easy to attack it. I can go queen a3 and attack here, but then you can always defend it with rook c6. Also h5 could be a plan. Anand Jai Singh says, when are you dispatching the children's book? It's already dispatched, Anand Jai Singh. Have you not got it? If you haven't got it, please write to chessbaseindia@gmail.com, or we will check, because I think we dispatched all the books 2 days ago. Just wait for a day or so. You will get, all of them are getting their books now. Rahul Vishwakarma says, Sagar bhai, Pranav is planning to sack. I think so, but he goes b4 and his plan is to go b5. And now Chess Star says knight b6, knight c4. That's a very good plan, Chess Star. Very nice. This is a weakness and this could be a very good plan to do it. He goes rook c4, queen b3, queen c8 played. Sanya Dhuri, thank you so much. Congratulations for the prize that you're going to win. b5 played. Maybe Pranav starts rolling his pawns on the queen side. He has a majority there. King g8 played. A4. This is getting intense now. Can you take this pawn? But if you take here, maybe this is hanging. Let's just calculate. Take this, take this, take this, take this. But maybe now queen c3 is good. Oh, Praggnanandhaa chops it off. Prag is very quick, because if you take bishop h6, he might just go bishop b6, just save his bishop. Oh, Pranav takes it. Now the king is a bit weak. He goes back and wants to trade. I guess Pranav is in this mood of not trading pieces. He will go back to d2, or he can even take. No, he goes back. He goes bishop d2. Look at the focus of Pranav there. Queen c5. Prag comes in with his queen, rook, knight, all in the center. But Pranav can now push h5 or a5. He goes a5. He wants to go b6, rook g4. That's a big blunder, because b6 is winning. But how can you make that? Oh, he finds it. He finds it, because now look at this. A b6, not a6. Pranav, you had to go rook c1 first. Attacking here, and you're already winning. This is a winning position, because the queen has to. Where does the queen go? It's almost trapped. A6. Oh, but he blunders. Prag also blunders b5. He had to go queen c8. b5, rook c1, queen b6, check. And now knight to g5. It seems like Pranav is going to beat Praggnanandhaa. Knight takes e6, check. And now this is hanging. He goes for another check. He repeats. Oh my god. The game is almost over. Queen d5, rook d4, queen takes f7. Oh, knight f3, check. Nice. And Praggnanandhaa resigns the game. Pranav beats Prag for the first time ever in Israel. That is a big victory there. Prag just not happy with the way he played, and Pranav scores his first win. There you can see Prag drinking his water while Pranav gets up with his orange juice. When it comes to blitz, it seems like Pranav is maybe stronger than the best players in the world. He has so much practice of playing blitz. The way in which he swindled Prag there was really epic. Just to show you what happened here. So he went b5. No, what happened was that he took on d4. And I think from here things went crazy. Prag, if he had played his bishop here and then queen coming up and the rook entering, would have been better. But you don't want to leave your king alone. So understandable that he went here. Bishop d2, queen c5, a5, and now rook g4 was a big blunder. I think Prag just underestimated the possibilities here. b6, this is a very cool move, because see, if you go rook c1 here, then actually this is also trapping, yeah? It's also trapping. So b6 was a little bit rushed. Takes, and now rook c1 is also strong. So the queen is trapped. The queen doesn't have a good square to go to. a6, and now queen c8. Some chances there. But rook c1, queen had to go back. Check. Check with his knight. And now it was a mating attack here. Take on e6. Went back. Took the knight on d5. Knight f3. And he managed to win. Wow. Ila Verma says rook g2, queen is not trapped. Where? But Ila Verma, you're going to give up your rook or what? You mean here? Rook c1, rook g2, king g2. How? It's still trapped. So with this, Pranav scores the first win. And let's see, in blitz we have 8 games to play. And how this goes. Sagar sir, just because ChessBase sponsored Pranav doesn't mean you have to defend him against player like Prag. It's fine. Osaram Garib. I did not defend Pranav in any way. In fact, Pranav was beaten on 2 days by Prag over there in the rapid. But he started off with a win in the blitz. And in blitz, Pranav is really a very strong player. He has beaten Esipenko in 5+3 format. I think this is 5+3. And he's also beaten Raunak Sadhwani. So one of the best actually in blitz. And he's also going to play in World Rapid and Blitz later. Yes, Shyam Sundar, you're right. Pranav practices a lot with Eric Hansen and Aman Hambleton for Blitz, chess bras. Himang says, how epic would it be if Pranav actually manages to win this match? So, right now, he has lost on day 1 and 2. And today is day 3 of. What time is the next game going to start is what we have to see. No, it's 5 plus 2 today. 5 minutes plus 2 second increment. So, guys, I'm just trying to figure out.
From Sweden. I am Grandmaster Hari Krishna Pen.
Sorry. What is the format here? So, today is 8 games that we know, but can Pranav? I mean, just to check 1 second. Next game starts at 9. Okay, thanks, Himank. So, two mini matches, 3 games each, 4 games, then 2 mini matches, 4 games each. This one. Player needs to win at least 2.5 matches if tied. So now the thing is that there are 2 more matches. There are 2 matches today. Oh, look at that. Judith Polgar, I believe. Hello, Judith. So it is 4 games now. So if Pranav wins 2.5 in the blitz and the second blitz also, then he is won the it will be 2-2 matches, because 2 rapid matches Prag has already won, and now 2 blitz. If Pranav wins, then they will have an Armageddon, which is 5 minutes for white and 4 minutes for black. Yes, Pranav needs to win both mini matches this now. By the way, it's going to be Nihal versus Hikaru at Speed Chess Championship. I don't know why my camera is so. You know, it's working in slow motion format somehow. Now it's working well. Suddenly. Pranav and they must be going somewhere in the nearby room where they can relax a bit. I'm sure both of them have their own rooms to relax, but that was a nice win. And by the way, guys, a very big news for all of you who are following the chess world, that Look at this. Let me see if I have it right. So Arjun Erigaisi has been not having a sponsor for quite some time, but today he has found a sponsor, and that is Quantbox, and he gets a sponsorship of $1.5 million for 5 years, which comes to $300,000 a year, which is roughly 2.4 to 2.5 crores per year. That's the sponsorship he receives. And Prashant Singh, who is the founder and CEO of Quantbox, says that he's a big fan of Arjun and he wants to support Arjun all the way to his GM title. Sorry, what GM title? World Champions title. So that's a very amazing development for chess, and I must tell you guys that it is truly amazing how the chess world has evolved in the last couple of years, last since 2020. That's been almost 3 years now. And so many people have come into chess, so many new fans, so many new people who have thought about chess, who want to promote the game. And I'm very grateful to all of you for growing this, and so many people in the chat as well who have supported chess in a big way. So thank you. Yes, Prag is not playing in FIDE World Rapid and Blitz. I hope that he changes his decision perhaps, but for now he is not playing. I am not sure, Gateman, that I'll stream Carlsen versus Fabi, but I will definitely stream Hikaru versus Nihal day after tomorrow. Himang says the esports angle is really helping sponsorship in chess. I don't think that here he got the sponsorship because of the esports angle. I think he got it straight as for being, they want to support him to be the world champion. So, and I think this is Arjun's manager, Shrikar. We had interviewed him. Also, Manu Gurtu, who has his own sports management company. Him and Shrikar started it together. Manu Gurtu, if some of you have followed ChessBase India through the lockdown, he was also on one of the streams where he and his wife Divya, they played against Biswa and Rahul Subramaniam maybe. So Anon says, privileged to have witnessed Arjun versus Gukesh live at DreamHack. Was in a once in a lifetime chance to see those future world champions in action. Yes, and I'm hopeful that we can do more events with these young stars, and hopefully there will be more classical events as well that can happen. Tushar Call says, must help when the sponsors themselves are chess fans, especially Arjun's himself. That is true. I've always seen that when people love chess, they are following him and they see the amount of commitment, the amount of effort that has been put in. Like when you beat Magnus Carlsen, it's a huge achievement already there. Shyam Sundar says, just a suggestion, would be nice if these guys can sponsor certain IMs and other players who need their GM norms requiring to travel foreign countries. Well, Shyam Sundar, that is something that Help Chess does, that we are doing along with the support from all our viewers, from our many people who have sponsored. In fact, recently I got an email from someone who said that, it's my husband's birthday and we want to contribute 50,000 rupees to help chess, to help one talents, whom can we help, and so on. And we send them suggestions and they want to help a young boy from Northeast India. So, in that way, support is pouring in. There's this young boy called Mohammad Imran. We did sponsor his laptop recently. Even Pranav's laptop is sponsored by the Help Chess Foundation. So, we are trying to bridge that gap where we can bring many of these talents to a place where they can then try to get these corporate sponsorships on their performances and so on. But till then, it's our job to help them. Like for example, Ethan Vaz is supported by the Anish Giri Deathmatch Scholarship. Then we also have sorry, I'm getting a bit confused. Ilam Parthi is supported by Anish Giri Deathmatch Scholarship. Prag FTX Scholarship supports Ethan Vaz. So, all these young talents are being supported through us. And hopefully they will reach a stage and then they can, achieve a lot more. Yes, Gukesh is playing Gashimov Memorial from 17th December. Correct. Correct. The other players in Gashimov Memorial are Azeri players, Mamedyarov, Aydin, Suleiman Lee, and some more. And then outside are Gukesh, I think Shankland, Maksudlu, if I'm not mistaken, Nodir Bek. It's a strong field. Ilam Parthi is currently playing in Benidorm. He was playing in Benidorm. He played pretty decently, I think. Did not win the tournament, but he did not so bad. I think I can tell you what was his final placing. Yeah, so tournament standings. Said Akbar wins. Oh man, this guy is playing really well, right? He had won some tournament as well. Ilam Parthi finished 7th with 6 points. So I don't know how many points he gained or lost. I think whatever he had gained, around few elo points he gained. 11.8 he gained. He's right now 2336. The match will start at 9 o'clock in 2 minutes. Mahaswin Giri, I'm going to play national schools under 15. Please give some tips. I asked the same question for national under 15 and I increased 139 elo points. Amazing, Mahaswin. Just enjoy your chess. Have a good time. Don't worry about winning or losing. Just give your best. And I think that will do it. That will do the trick. You will be able to do well. There you see Pranav getting ready, and Prag has also arrived. The photographer is taking some pictures. This is going to be an important game for Prag. By the way, if Prag gets 2 points here, then he's already won the match. I think it's over. Because Prague has won 2 matches in Rapid and every match here in Blitz is 4 games. So if Prague wins 2, then he already gets half a point. He has drawn the match. So he's already won the overall match. Because then he'll reach 2.5 match points. E4 played by Prague. E5, knight f3, knight c6. We have the Italian knight f6, d3, h6 played by Pranav. He's looking for some aggressive systems with g5. Okay, c3, d6, a4, g6, a5. Gaining more space. Queen b3. This is all preparation by Prague. Queen e7, defending f7. Now bishop to g7 looks strong. Rook e1, castles. And maybe knight d2. Yeah, he plays knight d2. Shashwat Parida says Pranav is very strong in blitz. Shashwat, we already saw what Pranav is capable of doing in game number 1. He beat Prag. Let's see if he manages to win another game. Now Pranav thinking, guys, what move would you go for? I think one idea could be to play king h7, knight h5 and try for f5. That seems like one very aggressive plan. I want to go bishop e6, but my b7 pawn was hanging, so now Pranav defends it. Okay, that is interesting. He defends it with rook b8, and maybe he's preparing bishop e6. If you take, I'll take with my pawn, opening up the f file. Oh, d4 played by Prag already. Okay, okay. Now you can't play bishop e6 because of d5. That seems very bad. Knight h5 played by Pranav. Maybe the better idea was to take, and then play knight d7, but it looks passive. So he goes for the active plan with knight h5. But now there's a question here. Can white win a pawn? He could have done d5, knight d8, and now taken here because this is pinned. And maybe this was a good way to play. But Prag does not want to risk such pawn grabbing because after f5 in blitz, black has easy play. So that's the reason why he took on e5, de, knight f1. He's going from e3 to d5, bishop g4 played. Okay. Now if I play knight e3, you just take. This square is weak, queen g5 is coming in. So that's not a good plan. I must do something with my knight. Knight 3 d2, chess star, I like your move. Knight 3 d2 with the idea of knight e3. He goes knight d2. Amazing. Prag finds the best move. Next, he wants knight e3 to d5. Let's see how Pranav continues, because now this is under pressure. I think king h7 is a good move to play. Also knight f4, not to be underestimated. Like knight f4, knight e3, attacking the bishop. Maybe just go back. Knight d5. The thing is that white is doing very well with his pieces, but they are still undeveloped. The rook is not coming into the game. The bishop has not come yet into the game. Black's pieces are all developed, but the knight does not have a good square to go to, so they are not on the best squares. He goes bishop e6 back. Very nice. The point is that if you take, I want to take with the pawn, and I want to control the d5 square, also open up the f file. That is the point here. समर्थ से सागर भाई आप भी किसी को स्पॉन्सर कर दो 1.5 मिलियन 1.5 मिलियन डॉलर अभी तक जिंदगी में कमाए नहीं है स्पॉन्सर करने के लिए. सो मे बी someday it will happen. Yes, I think chess star, that is correct. Knight e3, the knight will come from e3 to d5. That looks good. What else? He does play knight e3. Darshan S says, can we go bishop d5? Not a bad idea, Darshan, to put your knight bishop here. But okay, first black goes king h7. And now let's say take. This is good that you don't get this. So even though the engines prefer this position for white, but humanly you don't want to take here because your knight is like looking at this square. So you're like, oh, I want the d5 square. I want the d5 square. So you don't want to take and get the pawn here. He plays knight to f3 now. Lost game. What you need to see is there are these letters at the bottom and on numbers on the side. So whichever square we touch has a name to it. So this is D1, A4, D5, F4, G, H4, G4. So that's what I'm calling. It's just coordinates. It's practice, nothing else. Knight F3. Guju PUBG, yes, bishop e6, fe6 does look bad, but it does a very important thing, that it stops the knight from coming to d5 and opens up the rook. And that's how Pranav plays essentially. Queen c5 played. Wow, is he giving up material now? Look, take. I can win and snatch a pawn. But I think it does look scary. Firstly, what about this exchange sack? Take, knight f4. This definitely should be considered, and provocative play by Pranav. And in order to beat him, you have to calculate very accurately. You can't just take it lightly. That's what he's doing here. He's putting the pressure on Praggnanandhaa. You can see there Prag very focused. Oh, he takes and he takes the pawn. Praggnanandhaa is like, Pranav, I'm not scared of you. I'll take the pawn. Show me what you can do. And now Pranav here, I think he'll sack. He'll sack because, you know, with your knight coming to f4, or he might go knight f4 and then sacrifice on g2 or h3. Oh, that looks juicy. Knight knight f4, queen c4. You are trading queens. That's the main problem. So yeah, he wants to play knight f4, but he takes on a5. Wow. And if you play b4, I believe he wants to take here and attack this rook. So not in... Look at this. Take bishop d2. I attack the queen. Queen b3. ba5. This is hanging. So you can't do that. And if you take here, I'll take this. So somehow, again, Pranav's tactical, tricky self trying things, and Pragg has to again calculate accurately. He must find first b4, then he must find bishop d2, then he must find queen b3, then he must find knight d5. Now this is hanging, then the knight may come to c4. It's a mess. It's a total mess on the board with this move, and Pranav there drinking his orange juice in slow motion. He is very happy. It's very interesting to see how different players have different styles when they play chess, and Pranav's style is always asking the tough questions to the opponent. And he's not afraid of anyone. He's just telling Pragg that, look, if you go to win a piece, you have to show courage. You can't beat me by just positional means. I will muddy the water. I will drink my juice. I will make you sweat. But if you manage to beat me, if you manage to find good moves, yes, that's fine. I mean, if you find the best moves, if you take risks. But otherwise, there's no chance. And you can see Pragg has gone all the way down to 36 seconds, 35, 34, 33, 32. Orange juice nahi, दूध और केसर है. Definitely not दूध and kesar in Israel. You can see both the players. Goes b4 and Pranav instantly chops it. And now Pragg, what's Pragg's plan? Pragg goes rook a3. That's maybe not the best because queen takes b4 is hanging. Knight d5. Oh, Pragg is going all the way into the attack. He's saying to Pranav, if you move your queen away, your knight will hang. Pranav has to play queen c5. But then queen c5, rook c3. Let's see where this is taking us. Queen c5, Pranav is 2 pawns up. He is looking better here. But Pragg finds rook c3. Good move there. Good move. Queen d6. Again, Pranav finds the best move. Knight c7. But now after queen e6, knight e6, rook fc8, it's Pranav who is better slightly or at least equal. Wow, what a turn. No, he goes rook d8. That's a big blunder because bishop a3. He misses this move. And he's losing an exchange, guys, because now after queen e6, knight e6, there is a fork. Also the bishop attacking. What a big error. He should have taken here and played rook c8. And if someone is better, it is black. It's equal though, but he plays this and bishop a3, missing that move. Now you can just chop off on f8, and all of a sudden Pragg is winning this game. Knight e5, winning another important pawn. No, he takes on e5. Huge mistake by Pranav, and I think it's time to resign, because not only is he an exchange, I mean, he's just a plain exchange down, and the e-pawn is just too strong. Knight c5 attacking b7 and a6. Pranav can't swindle from here, I don't think. And you can see Pragg playing very quickly now. He knows that he has the point. He has the point in the bag. Knight b6. Knight to b4. Knight c6. Attacking e7 and also a5. Bishop g5, knight a5 looks very solid. Just take it. Goes rook b1. Knight d7. Rook b7. Oh. No, it's a 2-second increment. e6 is a cool move. And Pranav resigns there. Praggnanandhaa scores the second win here. So, win in the second game. So, the scores are now 1-1. Praggnanandhaa is just 1 point away from winning this match. This entire matchup is just 1 point away. Pranav's surname is Venkatesh, guys. Pranav Venkatesh. That's his father's name. What happens to queen c3, rook a5? That was a good question by Shashwat Parida. Shashwat, if after queen c3 you take here, then I will ask the chat. Here's my first question of the day for the chat chess moves. What's the move for white? Black to play, sorry. Black to play. Or maybe... Yes, all those who have mentioned rook takes f3, you guys are absolutely correct. Let me read some names which are not at the top. Always I read the top 10 names, but sometimes Karthik, Darshan, Viraj, Blenderstein, Fiery Chess, Sumanish, Harish Nair. And the point is that here the knight was defending the rook. So I've taken the knight and then queen e1 and it's winning. So rook takes f3 is the problem. That's why bishop d2 made a lot of sense. Queen b3 was a cool move. Knight d5, knight c4. And now you have to find knight h4 attacking here. Knight f6. And well, such a position is complex and anything can happen, but white is better. Guys, one thing which I want to tell all of you is that our ChessBase books have been shipped all across India for all those who have ordered it. So if you haven't ordered it here yet, this is a good time to place your order. It's the first link in the description. ChessBase in Chess Adventure Park, and also we are now, the book is also available on Amazon. So you can also place your order on Amazon. for ChessPine Chess Adventure Park, and a lot of people have liked it. A lot of people are using it to teach chess to young kids, to, I mean, also for someone else. How is the CBI club going? It's going very well. With youth, we have a lot of people coming every fourth Saturday. We have tournaments, so it's all working out well over there as well. Guys, I'm going to share with you a couple of pictures of ChessPa because it's one of my favorite things that we have done in recent times. So yeah, what is ChessPa? That is one thing which I wanted to just show you guys. So ChessPa is a character that we developed, and he looks like this, and he wants to teach everyone in the world chess. So ChessPa analyzed. He has a golden king monocle. Monocle is basically spectacle, but only one, so it's a monocle. Why wear glasses when you can wear this cool monocle with the golden king? He has a stick in his hand. My knees need some support. Also, it helps in pointing things out like a good move. Harem pants, a perfect blend of fashion and comfort because you need to be comfortable to focus better on the game. King hat and rule book. One protects me from the heat, the other from a cheat. Rule book, I mean, of course, inspired by Vidit, he always carries it. King hairband, tying up my bun with this cute little king on it. There's a king here that he wears. Mustache and beard. With a great beard comes great responsibilities. Check shirt. I love colors and I love chess. That's why colorful check shirt for me. Pieces chain. A pop-up on my harem pants. One of my favorite chess pieces. Which end with I love chess tag at the back. So you can see there's a pawn, knight, bishop, rook, queen, king. No, it's not funny Future Shah. It's a nice character, and the story is that I had become ChessPa a week before I became Future Shah. So ChessPa did come before Future Shah, but yeah, Future Shah did become more famous then. But now, time for ChessPa to, and this is our book, the ChessPine Chess Adventure Park. This is the cover of the book. For all those who haven't checked it out already, please do so. This is our cover. It's a children's chess book. There are 64 pages. It's a very nice book. We've kept it at $4.99 only for everyone to check it, buy it, learn chess. You can gift it to someone who wants to learn chess. आपके family में कोई छोटा बच्चा है or someone who's young who wants to embark on their journey of chess, get it. And you can also get it from Amazon, where it's also the same price. It's the second link in the description, so you can check that out. Today I also recorded a very big video on ChessBase 17 and mega database. Very nice video. I've actually put in all the things to learn and everything, so that will come out tomorrow. Shashwat says ChessPa is cute Future Shah for children. Yes, sort of. Is there any ChessBase India retail store in India? If not, can you guys consider this idea? It would be great to see CBI stores selling informative books, magazines, chessboard and other items. Shyam Sundar, it is a bit of we have to think of it. In some mall or something we can start. The rent is always very high and we don't know how it would do, but I think ideally it would be a good idea to do it. Yes, Anik Akhtar, we do ship chess sets outside India. Anything that we have of our own that is made by ChessBase India, we ship it out all across the world. Video review of the book. I have a video review here. I think this is one where we had made one. ChessPa. Okay, one second. I can show you. ChessPa. Yep, there we go. Chess is becoming very popular, and we are always asked by parents what is the right age to start chess and what is the best way to teach chess to their kids. We at ChessBase India have always believed that even a very young kid can learn chess if it is shown to them in a fun way. We feel that a beautifully illustrated children's chess book will be a perfect fit for kids to kickstart their chess journey. Chess Pa in Chess Adventure Park is your first chess book. The book introduces you to the character of Chess Pa, a fun grandpa-like character who absolutely loves chess. He takes you on a journey in a chess adventure land where the kids learn all about the chessboard, chess pieces, the rules of the game, and much more. The text in the book is in the form of a poem story which can be read out to the kids. ChessBase India's vision has always been to popularize chess, and we hope that many more youngsters fall in love with chess and take up the sport thanks to this book. This book was conceptualized by Amruta Mokal and Sagar Shah. It has been brilliantly illustrated by Ketki Kulkarni. Pre-order your book now from the ChessBase India shop. And now it's order now, not pre-order. You can get this book and you can actually enjoy it. In fact, one of my very good friends, Prashant, we sent this book to him for his daughter who is 4 years old, and look at this, 4 or 5 year old, and she is already reading the book, trying to understand the different things there. You know, my aim is that this book reaches to so many people all across India and the world that chess becomes more popular. That's the main aim. And if you guys can spread it, you know, nothing like it. It's a fun way to learn chess. I like the graphics and design of the chess book, Amruta DOP, not YouTuber. Yash Kothare, the book is 499. Ila Verma says, can we take a snack break? Sagar bhai. Arey, Ila Verma, you can do it. I already had my dinner. Siddharth says you can consider selling merch at CBI Chess Club to start with if it doesn't break any laws. Speaking of, I finally got a chance to play a few games there this past Saturday. Great experience. Siddharth, will you come next Saturday as well? Sorry, I missed it this time. I had to go to my college where there was an 80th anniversary celebration and I missed it. Will you come again? Would be very much looking forward to meet you. Sansar Singh says should appeal to grandparents who actually have time to spend with kids. Yes, I mean it should appeal to many people, you know, to parents, to kids, to grandparents. Hinata Sama Azadre says, I love the book. I wish you could sell it outside India. Hinata, this is all across the world. We sell it. So please do place your order. Soon we will also put it on Amazon.com. So it will be available in the US, Canada, Mexico. This is by us, by ChessBase India. So you can get it for yourself as well. Would you create your own book soon for teenagers for chess improvement? Gaming with Vishnu. No, I'll put all my energy into Chess Ranga, which is our online platform for learning chess. So that is where I think you can learn. I don't see myself writing a book, but who knows? 3 plus 0. Okay, let's play one game. 3 plus 0 till it starts. By the way, I wanted to show you one thing, if you guys are okay, which will be very useful to you in your prep. Should I do that? Okay, let me do that. So what's how much? Yeah, there's only 3-4 minutes left. So what happened was, let's see, where do I go? Yeah, here. Yeah. So today I have recorded this a bit and I'll put it up. But imagine that you are trying to prepare some opening. Okay. Any line you want? Can you tell me any line? Let's do it very quickly. Rudra Mehra says it is available in Antarctica. I will try to send. We don't know if it will reach. Siddharth says I'm considering postponing my travel back to US just so I can meet you at the chess club. Hopefully one Saturday late December or early Jan. That would be amazing, Siddharth. But okay, I mean, if you write to us, I will definitely reach out to you, and it would be great to see you. But please don't make any financial losses because of me. Okay, let's say King's Gambit. Oh, let's do King's Gambit. So I start an engine, say Stockfish 15. Okay. Ponziani, someone is saying. Ponziani. Okay, let's say we do Ponziani. E4, E5. I believe it is knight F3, knight C6, C3. Correct? This is Ponziani. Now you play D5. Okay, very sharp move, Queen A4. Now you see there is this small sign here. It's like a small dog. It's called buddy. What buddy does is that it compares every position and it sees where there are forcing lines. And whenever there are forcing line means, you know, when the evaluation between first move and the second move is, there's a difference big enough to make the first move superior to the second move. Okay, wherever it exists. Now look at this here. It will create a box. You see there are boxes being created. More the number of boxes in a line, more the line is forcing. So you will see that the first line is very forcing. How does it work? Bishop d7, ed5. Now you can also visualize in your head, but you can also go here. Bishop d7, ed5, knight d4. Oh, you must play knight d4. Okay. Queen d1 only move. All other moves lose. Okay. Then knight f3 only move. Queen f3 only move. Knight f6. Bishop e2. Bishop d6. d4. Castles. de. Bishop g4. Oh my god, what a sharp line. Queen d3. Bishop e2. Queen e2. Bishop e5. Castles. If, by the way, you couldn't take Queen e5 because of Rook e8. And I'm here still. And I looked at this. How was it? Guys, that was amazing, right? And then I prepared this and I'm like, okay, amazing. Bishop d7, I should play with black perhaps here. ed5, he must take. Then knight d4. Then queen d1, he must go. Only move. Otherwise, there's knight c2 business. Knight f3, queen f3, knight f6. Then what do? Bishop c4, yeah? Bishop d6, d3. Oh, bishop d6, by the way, mistake. Because then d3 and white is better. But better is to play b5. So you prepare it this way. And by the way, the game is about to begin. So let's come to this later again and explore this. This is very cool. Very cool. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. शाश्वत सेज अब तो यूज करना पड़ेगा चेस बेस मजा आ रहा है अरे दोस्तों आई टेल यू आई यूज चेस बेस सिंस 10 years or more for daily. Even now daily I use for my analysis and everything at least 6 to 7 hours a day. You know, it's one of those things which we started ChessBase India to get this software to India. Because people in India were not able to use it so well. It was not available. But anyway, E4 by Pranav, C5 Praggnanandhaa, Knight C6, Bishop B5, G6. He's played this. Oh, he's taken here. Last time he had not taken. And he had played all sorts of some stuff with Queen A4 things. But this time he takes Queen C7, H3, and you can see him already thinking there. Knight F6. A4. Roop Speak says, seeing all this makes me regret for not starting to play chess earlier and properly. Arey, Roop Chess, better late than never, and you can always improve. Don't worry about when you can do it and stuff. By the way, guys, here's a small trick. If you play rook b8, bad move. Why is this bad? Very quickly, how many of you in the chat can find this very tricky move here for white? Yes, Red MI, tomorrow I'm going to release a video of around 30 minutes on the new features on ChessBase 17. Please do check it out. Adarsh Agarwal, Vicky M, Kundan, Manas Kochrekar, Sanvi Agarwal, Faizan Vlogs, very good. Knight e5, Queen e5, Bishop f4, and this is hanging. By the way, Faizan Vlogs, are you Mohammad Imran? Are you there? Queen d2, h6, short castle. Yes, okay. How are you? Castles, bishop e6 played. Why is blitz happening if Pragg has already won the rapid segment? Aditya Arora, because there were 2 rapid matches and now 2 blitz matches. So if Pragg wins this, I think the match is over. But if Pranav manages to pull this one back, then he will be 2-1 in the match. Then there will be another blitz match of 4 games. And then it will be 2-2. And then there will be Armageddon. Because blitz and rapid have same weightage here. Manish Dhawan in the chat. Hello, Manish. By the way, guys, Manish has contributed to Help Chess. He has his own scholarship. It's called the let me just recollect. I was in the commentary mode. Mystic Wealth Scholarship, and it was recently we have given it to Arpita Mukherjee, and she has been improving. So Manish Dhawan is the CEO of Mystic Wealth, and he has been supporting chess. So very warm welcome to you, Manish. Knight g4, bishop g7, and Pragg seems to be doing very well in this position. Oh, g3. This is getting very nasty. And guys, now Pragg can sacrifice a piece. He can sacrifice here. What is the move? No, look at this. Pragg's move, guys. Pragg can sack a piece. Can you find it? Yes, he plays it. Knight f4. If you take, then I take gf, and the bishop is trapped. And you can see that Pranav adjusting on his chair. He is surprised with this move. Knight f4. What a move by Pragg. Amazing move there. Prachi Jain says, hello, Sagar bhai, I received ChessPie yesterday and genuinely no words about the book. I mean, such a great asset for toddlers. Lots and lots of love to CBI. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Prachi. And maybe you can also send us a picture or some video on Instagram. That would be awesome. We did see that you liked one of our posts, so please do send it. Knight f4, gf, gf. Bishop f4, pawn takes, knight. What is Pranav up to? Oh, I understand what Pranav wants to do. Look at Pranav here. If you take, he wants to take, and he's opened up this, and the bishop is pinned. Whoa. But here black has a very strong move, which I think Pranav has missed, or he's just playing blitz in the style of mixing it all up. What is the move here? Pragg has, by the way, not taken the knight yet. Pragg is considering, because you know you don't want to open up this position with your king in the center. But even in this position, if you... Oh man, Pragg is such a beast. Pragg is such a beast, and he has attacked h5. Amazing. And the thing is, this knight is trapped. You can go back, you can't go here, you can't go here. But if you go here, then after rook g8, very strong move, attacking this. And if you take here, what is the move? Guys, in the chat, very quickly. Black to play and win. Yep, bishop c3, check. It's the time to disco. This is hanging. So, you can't do this. But, hey, if I go rook g8, can I not go this move? But then all of a sudden, black has another powerful move. Can you guys find it? Black to play. This has not happened. Actually, this happened. This happened. And Pragg found the move here, which is... Yes, queen b7, pinning here. The pawn you can't take because it's pinned. So you have to play c4, long castle, queen takes f4. But now bishop h3, rook g1, queen d7, and you can see that this might just end the match, because Pragg will get to 2 points. Then he cannot lose this match. It will be 2-2. So then he would have won. Yeah, Pragg is showing great class, that is for sure. He's and also drinking his water there. He doesn't have his bottle, but he is making sure that he drinks water when he knows he's winning. So with this, Pragg should be close to winning, but let's see if Pranav can shake things up. Very tough. Maybe rook g3. Rook e3 played. Okay. Can we go bishop d4 and trade rooks? This looks cool. It's very strong. The bishop is defended. No, कोई problem नहीं है. Yeah, he played bishop d4. All the best moves he's finding. Yeah, Pragg. Naman Wadhwa says, I have downloaded Lee Chess to play with you tonight. Okay, Naman. Rook g3 takes. I liked how Pragg wriggled out of the mess without worrying. You know, when a move like knight d5 comes, you feel so scared that your king is in the center. But Pragg is like, what's the worst that will happen? If you take here, I'll take here. If you take here, I'll take with my king. My king is not so bad here. And I'm a piece up. So he just calmly played this move, rook g8, also finding this very accurate move. Then queen b7. So you can see all motifs being used. First, there's a pin here, but you counter attack. Then you set up a discovered attack, disco. Then a pin here is used like this. It's a pin here. Then castle, this pawn still cannot take because it's pinned here. So you must take this and then he's piece up. Yeah, Prachi, I think he'll lose here. Hemant says, I think Pragg's experience is quite a bit in these formats, and overall Pragg is a strong player. So I don't think Pranav played worse. In fact, he took his chances whenever they offered him. But clearly, Prag has a lot of experience now with these Champions Chess Tour of playing chess at a very high level, and he's able to, you know, maintain that level of play. He's very strong. I mean, Prag is just amazing. So I think again, just like how Prag would have found it difficult against the best players in the world in his first Champions Chess Tour and so on, is the way in which Pranav would find it difficult when facing Prag. And then slowly it's all learning, and maybe in the next coming years he will get stronger. Well, Kanishka, actually today there were 8 blitz games, like 4 blitz games constitute one match. But the thing is that from a total overall match perspective of this, Prague already has won 2 matches of rapid. And so there are going to be 4 matches, 2 of blitz today. But if Prague draws the first match, he would already reach 2.5 points overall in the match. So then I don't think they'll continue. Hello, Atanu Sarkar, how are you? Pratiksha Salvi says, please suggest book for me, 1000 rating. Pratiksha, I will suggest a very nice book for you. It's called Silman's Endgame Course. It's a very cool book. And of course, it'll help you to improve your endgames very well and you would become very strong. Will Chespa be available in Mexico? Yes, for sure. We will ship it across the world. You tell us where you want it. We'll ship it. No, I don't think Prag will be happy with the draw here. He'll play. Okay. Pranav resigns because he's losing his rook here. And so in the end, I mean, he could have resisted a bit more, but he blundered with King G2. And there you have a discovered check. And there you can see Pranav putting his hand on his head. He's unhappy with the move he's played. And Prag plays this, moves out. And I think that's all over, guys. Please confirm if the match is going on, but I believe the match is ended. Very clinical performance by Prag. Excellent learning experience for Pranav. Kanishka S, I think there was this one book which in general people who are very ambitious about chess and who have already started calculating a bit should think of. It's called Think Like a no, what is it? Grandmaster Adams. Think Like a Grandmaster by Adams. Michael Adams. Yeah, Think Like a Super GM. Nice book because it gives a position and then it makes you think as to how you will play it. Should we try one position from that book? Guys, should we do it? Gattu Sai Teja says Prag OP. Yeah, Prag seems to have won this match. Day 1 he won 2.5. Then he won 2-1. Then he won 2.5. Then he won 2-0. Then he won today 2-1. He's not won this match, but it's already a draw. So perhaps they come back. Okay, everyone wants to try. I have the book here. Let me see, where do I have it? Now I'm getting confused. Guys, I couldn't find that book. I don't know where it is. So I got another book which is my favorite, which is something that I had bought when I had become an IM. I love this book a lot. Hemant says, "Hi Sagar, any young Indian players whom you can add to the young group of Prag, Nihal, Gukesh, Arjun, Raunak?" Oh, they have already dismantled everything. Oh, it's over. The match is over. Amazing. Okay. Uh, I would say Pranav definitely coming up, upcoming player there. Leon, I would add there. Very talented, young. Mm, who else? Aditya Mittal. I think he will rise very quickly now that he's become a GM. Then who else who is very young? Then we have all these youngsters who have to still, get to the GM title. I think these ones. Mitrabha, yes, perhaps because, but Mitrabha is already 20 years, if I'm on 18. I think he's 18 or 19. 18, 19. Very talented, has not got enough opportunities. Mitrabha Guha is 2001. So he's 21 years old. Aryan Chopra, yes, for sure. But Aryan Chopra plays heavily classical chess. He doesn't like so much blitz and rapid. Arvind and Pranesh for sure, yes. Arvind and Karthikeyan, yes, very great players. SL Narayanan, but they are all 21, 22, 23 in that range. Yeah, but when you talk about these youngsters, they are all below 20 and they are already very strong. Pranav Anand, yes, Pranav Anand, I would add to that list. Very strong. Okay, let's look at position. Uh, this is one of my favorite books. It's in German. Later on it came in English, but until that point there was nothing in English. So I had bought it in German, and I knew some German at that point, so I would read it. Auf Merksamkeit gegenüber Gegnerischen Möglichkeiten. Basically, looking at your opponent's resources is the book all about. And I have a very nice position. If I can find this, you guys are going to love it. You are in for a treat. Okay. You are in for a treat. Let me see if I can find that position. This book has such memories, such memories. It's such an amazing book. Such an amazing book. I love it so much. Okay, now it's there in English. It's called Opponent's Resources. Looking out for opponents by Mark Doretsky, basically. Okay, let's put any position. I don't want to find. I'm not able to find it. So bishop here, pawn here, rook here. It's not a. I think it's a study. So, by the way, this is another feature of ChessBase 17. If you put a position here, that is from a game, like you will get games loading here from this position very quickly. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay. Okay. This is a study, so it won't be there. Hemant Dhonti, generally a player who is you want to support end to end to a player. His cost, like someone who is ambitious, needs to play tournaments in India, outside India, take training and all, should be roughly between 5 to 10 lakhs a year. Okay, what the question is, what is the question? White to play. Pawn is going this way, so you can of course make a queen. But if you make a queen, you know what black's going to do. Yes, Sumanish Chaudhary. If you make a queen here, he's going to play rook h3 check. And it's over. King h3, it's a stalemate. Look at this. These two are covered by the bishop. This is covered by the king. And this is covered by the queen. So you can't do this. So what do you do? No, Manoj Mishra, if you play bishop f2, I'll take on f2 with a check. Can we load up a custom database for this position search feature while setting up a position? Because in that case, we can load up an endgame study. For sure, for sure. It looks at your reference database. So when you do this, for example, here, you can just make, instead of this database, which is my reference database, I can make this one as my reference database for some time. Let's say if I do that, then I can then whatever I'll search, it says it should be bigger, but I'm like, okay, for now let me do it. So then what will happen is, let's say if I put this, and I do like e4, only Nakamura games will come here. So that way. Okay, time to, should not make should keep my reference database as reference. Okay, cool. Well, if I promote to bishop, then two bishops versus rook is already drawn. If I promote to a rook, still there is rook h3. I don't see the difference. So what should we do? Maybe black is in a zugzwang, right? No, he's not, because he can always move his king here, a rook here. No, not here, here. Let's say he moves his rook to d3. Then we have bishop f2. And then he's lost, because he cannot touch this pawn. Oof, oof, oof. Okay, so that means he can't go here. He can go here to stop it from this side. But so rook c3 is maybe bishop a5. Hitting the rook. But then there's rook e3, sorry. So one option is bishop b6, other is bishop a7, the other one is bishop g1, as you guys mentioned. Only one of them is right. And also, why not bishop d4? That also seems so. Well, if we remove the bishop from this diagonal, then rook will come to e3 and stop the pawn. Just take the pawn. So we can't do that. Srirang Nene, you want to go bishop g1, but then what? Let's say I go rook b3. You want to queen. Then you want to queen. Okay, so that in the end there is king take. Got it. Well, that's a nice one. Why not bishop g1? Let's go bishop g1, no? What is the problem here? Because now, let's say you do anything, I'll just make a queen. And if you take here, I'll take. Then you can take this bishop. Anyone who can refute this move? In Faizan vlogs, you say bishop b6, but what's the problem with bishop g1? So the thing is, if I go here, I'll queen. You play this, I take here. Now I can take. You have to take. So it's not a stalemate. This is the tricky part in this book, that the most obvious move sometimes looks wrong and sometimes is wrong. And I don't see why yet. Okay, shall we look at the answer? Let's see. It's the 9th position of the book. Bishop g1 is correct. Yes, you're right, guys. e8 is wrong because of rook h3. Bishop d4 is wrong because of rook a3, threatening to go there. e8 is still met with rook h3 check, and it's a stalemate. So that was the right answer. Let's look at one more. Give a number between 20 to 80. Why Prachi Jain says why not king h1 in the first position here? King h1, but Prachi, then it's mate. You're just mated, so you can't do that. Okay, 37. Yeah, many of you says 37. Let's go to 37. Again, an interesting study, it seems. White to play. I know this actually. I think I know it. Let's try to solve this one. White has two pawns. Both the pawns are going this way. Black king is trapped. His pawn cannot progress. Ideally, this should win. Maybe I go d6. Let's say he goes b3, h4, b4, h5. You can't take because of d7. So what a position. Why not d6, h4, h5? Chess star says. Faizan says d6. So here's the beauty of this entire thing. If you play d6 here, which seems like the right move. Yes, chess star, I know you got it. This is beautiful, right? If now, let's say d6, it looks like everything wins. This is the thing. You need to look at your opponent's resources. Like you said d6, play b3, you play h4, I play this, you play h5. Now if I take, you will play d7 and you're winning. You will queen. So I can't take. So you play b5, I go here. You can't stop both the pawns. These two pawns are like very strong. But here's the beauty of this position. If you are alert, you will first play b3 and then play it. But why? Can anyone tell me why playing b3 is important and why can't I start with d6? Anyone? Makes sense, says d6 will lead to stalemate, but how? Shravan Kumar, Aradhya Bansal, very good. Yes, Gail, you are right. So here's the thing, d6, b3, h4, here, h5, and now comes this stunning move, bishop a4. And you're like, what is happening? just making a queen. What is your bishop doing here? b5. And all of a sudden, if you were to push any of your pawns, it's stalemate. How beautiful is that, guys? It's like the bishop went inside the coffin, shut the door, and said, bye bye, I'm dying. Self stalemate. Isn't that beautiful? So that's why they say that you should always consider opponent's resources. Vaishak says after d6, black can play bishop h5, but then d7, Vaishak. Not YouTuber says, wow, bhai, ye kisko dikhega? You have to practice. That's why these books are there, which give you such positions to practice. You have to keep on looking for opponent's resources. The book which is called Recognizing Opponent's Resources in English. No, this is possible to see. This is not so tough. Let's look at one more. Last one for the day, so that you guys can then sleep well. I've written here as too superb. When I was young, I think I solved it some 8 years ago. So I'd written it as too superb. Let's see if I still feel it's too superb. Okay, let's solve it. Bishop d3, pawn to a6. And this looks like a game position. So maybe my Mega will show me this as a game already. Yeah, it does look like Kazimjanov versus Telwagen. These two games you see here, that's the feature. Yeah, Kazimjanov's Telwagen. Rook f8. King is on g1. Okay. I am not going to see that game, but this is Recognizing Opponent's Resources by Doretsky. So now here, guys, the question is, analyze, can you take knight takes a6? That is the question. Is it possible to take this pawn? Okay, the first thought that comes to my mind is rook d8. And the point is, I'm threatening to take the bishop on d3 and also the knight on a6. But queen d6 is also possible, correct? Queen d6 is also playable. But queen d6, I must consider knight c5 back. Rook d8, knight b7 is there. So, maybe it's fine. Akash Singh says rook d8, queen b4. But queen b4. Wow, Akash. Akash, that was amazing. That was unbelievable move that you suggested. Wow. Wow. Queen b4. Because if bishop d3, queen is hanging. So this is what Akash says. Play rook d8. Play queen b4. If you take here, I'll take with the knight. Now, if you take bishop d3, trying to win a piece, I go rook d1. I pin you here. Wow. Epic move. What about queen d6? Does that? I think then you go directly queen b4. Hmm. No, but queen b6, queen d4, there's queen d3. Ah, f8 is hanging. Sorry. Ah, so you can't go queen d6. Queen d7 is knight c5 at the very least. So yeah, this seems like the right. Magnificent Nigash. If you play rook d8, queen b4, knight b4, rook d3, knight d3, bishop d3, that should be winning for white actually with the outside passer, p-pawn. Chess Star says queen d7, also queen b4. Yeah, seems, yeah, queen b4 looks good. So, queen d6. So he goes rook d8. And this is the move which has to be seen. Because now you played a move which now threatens to take here. If you take here, I take this. And I take here, then I take rook d1. So you guys actually cracked this one. Let me see if this is the answer. Knight a6 is a question mark. Oh my god. Guys, you missed it. You missed the move. Ah, look, Saumik Banerjee, chess star. Everyone now came up with this move, right? d5. This is what makes chess so tough. Game of pins. Game of pins. Thing is, if you take here, I'll play this. You're losing. Wow, what a move. If you play here, what's the move? Yes, exactly. Exactly. Rook c8. Shocking move. Threatening mate and also the knight. So you must go here. And now what's the move? Knight b4. Absolutely. And then here, think. You should not stop. Naman Wadhwa, if you play rook a8, then rook a3 would come. Yes, very important now to play rook d8. Good move. Not take because knight takes. Just play rook d8. Threatening a mate and a2 is hanging. So knight a6 is a blunder. And now we can use our buddy engine here to see the analysis of this line. Knight a6. And you will see that it shows this line after queen b4. All the moves will be forced. Queen b4, knight b4, bd3, rook d1, knight d5, forcing move. It shows how even the sixth move of the line is forced. And this is very useful when you are creating positions as a trainer. If there are more boxes in the line, the more only moves, the better is the position for solving. Vidit bhai in the chat. Vidit bhai क्या बोला? RA8 Sagar bhai NC1. Rook A3, Rook A3, Knight A2. Oh, एक minute. Vidit bhai is saying here you must play if Rook D3, Rook C8, Knight A2, Knight A2, Rook A8. I said Rook A3, but Vidit bhai, Knight is not on B4, na? That is where I said this move here. Knight C1 is also correct, but Rook A3 is also correct, Vidit bhai. But I think, yeah, Knight C1 should be able to hold this. He said Rook D8. Where? You mean here Rook A? Yeah, here Rook A8, there is Knight C1. Correct. That's the only move. But I was talking about the previous position. Vidit Bhai must have solved this book, Recognizing Opponent's Resources, and I think this is one of the classics. Oh, Rook A8, Rook A1 is winning somehow. And the thing is, this is also winning. Oh, Rook A8 is also winning. That's why here Rook D8 is not the only move. Okay, cool. Many hard positions are there in chess, and this is a great book. It also said, like here we thought Queen B4, we found a brilliant thing, but what we missed here was Knight D5. At least initially we missed this, and then what we missed, this is just amazing. Okay guys, I will take your leave and I will see you all later. Two things that I will definitely recommend all of you. One is the first link in the description, which is Chess Spa in the Chess Adventure Park from ChessBase India, you can buy. Second link is from the Amazon, you can check it out. Third link is ChessBase 17 and Mega Database. I will tell you, it is going to be worth your money. You're going to enjoy it, you're going to learn, you're going to improve, and also make the best use of it. So please do make sure to use it. And I'll play blitz next time, guys. I need to take some break. I need to prepare for tomorrow. I need to put up these videos tomorrow. I think I want to do the end game session, live session. It is something that I've been wanting to do for so long, and I want to start tomorrow. So thank you all. Bye. You also have Vidit Nihal versus this coming up very soon, Nakamura. That will be fun to watch together.